Return of the King and went down with the ship as the captain in Titanic, has died. In Titanic, he played Captain Edward Smith, one of the only characters based on a real person in the 1997 tragic romance starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. The film also won 11 Oscars. As the damaged ship takes on water, Hugh's character silently retreats to the wheelhouse, with the cabin groaning under punishing waves. He takes his final breath, grabbing the wheel as water smashes the windows and floods the room. Before becoming a well-known face in Hollywood, Hugh made a name for himself in the 1982 British TV miniseries Boys from the Black Stuff about 5 unemployed men. The role earned him a nomination at the 1983 British Academy of Film and Television Arts Awards, and the show won the BAFTA for Best Drama Series that year. His death on Sunday coincided with the premiere of the second series of the BBC drama The Responder, in which Hugh played the father of the show star, Martin Freeman. Bernard Hugh blazed a trail across the screen, and his long-lasting career, filled with iconic and remarkable roles, is a testament to his incredible talent. Seth Lindsay-Salt, director of BBC drama, our thoughts are with his loved ones at this sad time. Bernard Hill, a British actor who incarnated a humble style of masculine leadership in 3 hugely successful Hollywood movies, Titanic, and 2 films in the Lord of the Rings franchise, died on Sunday. He was 79. His death was announced in a family statement sent by a representative of Luckhausen Associates, a British talent agency. It did not say where he died or provide a cause. Mr. Hugh drew praise from critics for his work in serious TV dramas, small-budget films, and theater, but he was best known for playing the ship's captain in Titanic 1997 and the ruler of A Horseman's Kingdom in the second and third installments of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, The Two Towers 2002 and The Return of the King 2003. By appearing in Titanic and The Return of the King, Mr. Hugh became the first actor to star in more than one film to gross over $1 billion and the only actor to appear in 2 of the 3 films to win a record 11 Oscars. The third is Banner. The Manchester Evening News reported in 2022. In each film, his stout frame, bushy whiskers, and weathered visage helped him embody men of authority who face danger with reluctance, then acceptance, and, finally, self-sacrificial stoicism. In Titanic, he was capped Edward J. Smith. Early in the movie, he grasps the ship's railing, looks out to sea, and instructs one of his crew to increase the ship's speed. "Let's stretch our legs," he declares. The movie ultimately suggests that the undue speed of the ship was a factor in its fatal collision with an iceberg. After hearing the bad news, Mr. Hugh walks in a daze on the ship's deck, eyes lost in the middle distance, the official regalia of his captain's outfit rendered absurd. He walks alone to the helm and stands there erect as water bursts through the windows, ensuring that he will go down with his ship. He had a more prominent role in The Lord of the Rings as Theoden, the king of Rohan, initially prematurely aged and enfeebled because of the conniving evil wizard Saruman. He is restored to vitality by the good wizard Gandalf. He gradually awakens to the need to fight Saruman, declaiming phrases of weary resolution like "let them come," and so it begins. He leads the Rohirrim, his army's horsemen, in a climactic victorious battle in The Two Towers, but dies leading a charge under similar circumstances in The Return of the King. His prominence in those movies did not capture the breadth of his career. However, speaking to the Oxford Student, a university newspaper, Mr. Hugh said the role that changed his life was one that few Americans had heard of. Yasser Hughes, a jobless Liverpool resident with a penchant for headbutting, on British TV in the early 1980s. Bernard Hill was born on December 17, 1944, in Blackley, a small town outside Manchester, England. His father was a miner, and his mother worked in kitchens. As a teenager, Bernard worked in construction and did not know any actors, but he wound up quitting his job and going to drama school at Manchester Polytechnic, now known as Manchester Metropolitan University. He graduated in 1970. He first played Yasser Hughes in The Blackstuff 1980, a TV movie written by Alan Bleasdale, who wrote Mr. Hughes' part for him. Mr. Hill asked the writer what the character was like. Well, it's a guy that goes and smashes meat potato pies on his head and headbutts lampposts, Mr. Bleasdale said in reply. Mr. Hill recalled in a 2002 BBC interview. The character, which Mr. Hill reprised in a 1982 miniseries, Boys from the Blackstuff, caught fire with the British public for his comic pathos in trying to support his 3 children alone and without work. He was particularly identified with a catchphrase that came to symbolize anger at the austerity policies of Margaret Thatcher, uttered in Liverpudlian vernacular. "Gives a job. Go on. Gives a job. I can't do that." When Mr. Hughes' work as Yasser Hughes appeared on American television in 1987, a New York Times TV critic, John J. O'Connor, praised his performance as a powerful tour de force, his eyes constantly conveying Yasser's bottomless despair and unending panic. Around the same time, the Times also praised Mr. Hill for playing a bouncer at a city nightclub with splendid blankness in No Surrender, a 1986 movie whose screenplay was also written by Mr. Bleasdale. Mr. Hill's survivors include a fiancée, Alison, and a son, Gabriel. When the BBC asked this minor son about the glamour of the Lord of the Rings premieres, he demurred, "Well, it's like running a marathon in a fur coat," he said. "It's hard work, but it looks glamorous from the outside."